435 horsepower costs $111,000. But here's the part nobody expected. That price includes wireless charging capability. The base Cayenne Electric isn't stripping features to hit a number. It's giving you technology the turbo gets. Same 113 kilowatt-hour battery, same dual charge ports, same option to park over a floor pad and walk away while 11 kilowatts flow into the battery. Most base models feel like compromises. This doesn't. The standard Cayenne Electric hits 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. That matches a gas-powered Cayenne S. You're getting performance-tier acceleration in the entry model. But the specs tell half the story. The weight distribution matters more. Nearly 6,000 pounds balanced across a wheelbase that stretches almost 119 inches. The electric motors sit on both axles. All-wheel drive is standard, not optional. Here's where it gets interesting. Those 435 horses only show up with launch control activated. Normal driving mode, 402 horsepower. But that's the genius of the setup. You don't need full power for daily driving. The motor efficiency peaks in the middle of the power band. Save the full output for when it counts. The result? Better range, less heat, components that last longer. The chassis works harder than the power suggests though. Adaptive air suspension with Porsche. Active suspension management comes standard. This isn't the base suspension from a lesser brand. It's the same foundation the turbo uses. The difference shows in corners. Body roll gets managed aggressively. The nose stays planted through direction changes. You feel the weight, but it moves with purpose. Nobody expected this part. Rear axle steering is available as an option, up to 5 degrees of input, on a base model. That's tech reserved for flagship trims in most lineups. Here it's just another checkbox. The turning circle shrinks, high-speed stability improves. The Cayenne Electric feels smaller than its dimensions suggest. The regenerative braking changes everything, up to 600 kilowatts of energy recovery. That's Formula E levels in a base model SUV. Porsche claims 97% of all braking happens through the electric motors alone. The mechanical brakes barely activate in normal driving. You can add optional ceramic composite brakes if that matters to you, but you probably won't need them. But the battery is the real story. 113 kilowatt hours with double-sided cooling. Same pack the turbo uses. No cost-cutting on capacity. The thermal management works aggressively to keep cells in optimal range. That translates to consistent charging speeds. Peak charging, 400 kilowatts under specific conditions. More commonly, you'll see 390 kilowatts from 10 to 80% state of charge. Here's what changed the equation. 10 to 80% happens in under 16 minutes. Not approximately 16, less than. You add 325 kilometers of range in 10 minutes. That's 202 miles while you grab coffee. This is the fastest charging Porsche ever built. Faster than the Taycan, faster than the Macan Electric, and it's sitting in the base model. 2 charge ports though. That detail matters more than it sounds. Driver's side gets NACS for DC fast charging. Passenger side has J1772 for AC charging. You get a CCS adapter included. This thing plugs into anything. Tesla superchargers, Electrify America stations, your home level 2 charger, no adapter hunting, no compatibility questions, it just works. The wireless charging option is what nobody saw coming. 11 kilowatt charging capacity. You park over a floor pad. The car lowers itself onto the pad. Maintains a 4 to 6 inch gap for optimal efficiency. The surround view camera confirms positioning. Then you walk away. No plugging, no unplugging, no remembering if you connected it. The system handles everything. The interior proves Porsche didn't cheap out on the base model. That dramatically curved center touchscreen? Standard. The 14.25-inch digital instrument cluster? Standard. The ferry pad handrest that makes everything easier to reach? Standard. You get the full Porsche Driver Experience regardless of trim. The only thing missing is the optional passenger display. But that's genuinely optional, not stripped out. Mood modes come standard too. Select a program and the entire cabin reconfigures. Seating position adjusts, lighting mood shifts, climate control adapts, sound profile changes, display appearance transforms. The car molds itself to your intention. This isn't ambient lighting, this is environmental orchestration. Panel heating extends beyond the seats. Armrests get warm. Door panels too. Large contact surfaces that heat on command. Mercedes and BMW have offered this for years. Now Porsche puts it in the base model. The panoramic roof with variable light control uses liquid crystal foil. Dims or clears electrically. No mechanical shade required. The communication light is a subtle detail that matters. An animated strip that greets you when you enter, visualizes vehicle states, shows charging progress, indicates when the car is locked. It's functional ambient lighting done right. Not just decoration. Actual information delivery through light. Rear seat space increased dramatically. The wheelbase stretches almost 5 inches longer than the gas Cayenne. That length goes straight to rear legroom. The back seat is electrically adjustable as standard. First time ever on a Cayenne. Comfort position to cargo mode. You get flexibility that used to require premium trims. Cargo capacity tells the practical story. 19.5 cubic feet behind the rear seats. Fold them down and you get 56.1 cubic feet, plus a 3.2 cubic foot frunk. That's slightly more storage than the current Cayenne e-hybrid. The battery packaging didn't sacrifice utility. You're gaining space, not losing it. Towing capacity stayed strong though. 7,716 pounds when properly equipped. Same as the gas-powered Cayennes. The electric motors deliver torque from 0 RPM. Towing feels effortless. No turbo lag, no transmission hunting for gears. Just linear pull that doesn't quit. The design works harder than most people will notice. Drag coefficient of 0.25. That's absurdly low for an SUV. Active cooling flaps in the nose. Air curtains in the front bumper. Nearly smooth underbody. Optimized wheel designs. Adaptive rear spoiler. Every surface contributes to efficiency. The base model gets the same aero tech as the turbo. No cost-cutting on aerodynamics. Standard wheels are 20 inches. You can upgrade to 22S if that matters. But the 20s look proportional. They don't scream base model. The side skirts have distinct three-dimensional design, painted in volcanic gray metallic. The two-tone concept works across all trims. You can spec the off-road design package. Different front bumper, improved approach angle, better for rough terrain. The optional active ride system is available on the base model. Same tech from the Taycan and Panamera. Active dampers that move hydraulic fluid to either side of the pistons. Each wheel controlled independently. Body stays flat through corners and over bumps. Dive and squat disappear. Physics getting rewritten in real time. This tech used to be reserved for six-figure sports cars. Now it's an option on a base SUV. Voice Pilot uses artificial intelligence, understands complex queries, recognizes context, responds conversationally. You can control navigation intuitively, access online knowledge. It learns your patterns, adapts to how you talk. No more rigid command structures, just natural conversation with the car. The Porsche Digital Key turns your phone into the key. Works with smartphones and smartwatches. Shared digitally with up to 7 other users. No physical key required. The car recognizes your phone, unlocks as you approach, locks when you walk away. It's convenient in ways you don't appreciate until you use it daily. Porsche App Center integrates third-party apps directly. Streaming services load natively. Gaming features run in the vehicle. The digital ecosystem expands over time. New apps get added, functionality grows. This isn't a static system, it evolves. Customization runs deeper than expected for a base model. 13 standard exterior colors, 9 wheel designs to choose from, 12 interior combinations, up to 5 interior packages, up to 5 accent packages. Porsche exclusive manufacturer is available. Paint to sample colors. Sonderwunsch for complete one-offs. You can make this base Cayenne look like nothing else on the road. The pricing makes more sense in context. $111,350 including delivery. The gas-powered base Cayenne starts at $91,150. You're paying $20,200 more for the electric version, but you're getting 435 horsepower with launch control. The gas-base model makes 348 horsepower. You're not just buying electric, you're buying more performance. The Cayenne e-hybrid starts at $104,350, only $7,000 less. That plug-in hybrid gives you 463 horsepower combined, but it's got a 25.9 kilowatt-hour battery. You get 29 miles of electric-only range. The full EV gives you an estimated 328 miles of highway range. That's 11 times more electric range for $7,000 more. Range estimates are still preliminary. Porsche claims 373 miles on the WLTP cycle. That's the optimistic European test. EPA ratings will be lower, probably around 320 miles. But that's competitive with the BMW 9, Audi Q8 e-tron, and Cadillac Lyriq. You're in the same range ballpark as established electric SUV competitors. The fake engine sound is divisive though. Optional V8 rumble that scales with throttle input, pretty convincing at times. Sounds nearly identical to the gas-powered Cayenne GTS. Select Sport Plus and it adds electric whine on top. Makes it sound supercharged. You can turn it off completely if you prefer silence. Porsche refuses to offer one-pedal driving. The selectable regen modes never decelerate more than a combustion engine in high gear would. Engineers justify it by saying coasting is more energy efficient than regenerative braking. They also say Porsche EV buyers aren't asking for one-pedal driving. If you want strong regen, you'll need to look elsewhere. Deliveries start late summer 2026. You can order now. Production begins in Bratislava, Slovakia. Same plant that builds the Audi Q7 and Q8. Same assembly line as the gas and hybrid Cayennes. Porsche isn't killing the combustion models. All three powertrains run in parallel. The base Cayenne Electric proves something important. Entry-level doesn't mean compromised. You get the same battery technology as the turbo, same charging capability, same interior tech, same build quality. The difference is power output and a few chassis options, but the foundation is identical. This is what happens when a manufacturer takes electrification seriously. No cost-cutting on core technology, no feature stripping to hit a price point, just genuine performance wrapped in practical packaging at a price that starts to make sense. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.